Hey, good morning. Christy Mattoon here from Rewire. I wanted to get on this morning for just a second and talk about a few things that I've been noticing with all this that's going on. And I'm going to start running a series of just really basic meditations on positive emotions that you can use on a daily basis. It's easy for you to do yourself, it's not something that you even have to go back and listen to the video on. Once you get these concepts or these basic principles embedded into your heart, embedded into yourself, it should be easy for you to come back to and to stay with. And I think that's kind of the problem that has happened um, with humans, right? With the human condition, is that we've been embedded with all of this negative stuff. We are in a new period of time, and I've been saying this for a while. This new period of time is becoming more and more tangible for a lot of people, right? We're feeling it different. We're appearing different, not only to ourselves, but to those of us around us. And the ones that are becoming aware of it and latching onto it are going to fare the weather way better than the ones that don't. And I'm not trying to be a doomsday kind of person or anything like that. It's just the way it is. If you meld into this new period of time in this higher vibrational experience with a higher vibration, you're going to do better. You just are, because it's going to match, right? It's going to meet the high vibration of who you are is going to meet the high vibration of what's needed, and in this transition into the new world, right? Into the new um, however this is going to turn out, right? Which is what we're all kind of waiting and looking for. But the vibrational part of it is huge. And part of it is the 5D that they have brought. Is it 5D? What do they call it? The 5G is what they're calling it. We're ascending into 4 and 5D. Okay, so because the value of the earth itself, the vibration has changed and risen, we have to do the same thing. We have to adjust, and we have to move ourselves accordingly to get our DNA to respond, because we know that when we focus on our DNA and we focus intent and energy and emotion into ourselves, we can change and alter those things, right? We know that at this point. There's scientific proof that backs this up. So the question is always the same: how do you do that? And it happens with meditation, right? Very clearly, meditation changes the state of the physiology, the state of the mindset, the state of the spirit, the state of the person, right? Doing the work that's necessary. If you're not a meditator, getting heart centered does the same thing. 3 minutes will get you into that position, and then it's training the feeling into your system so that that becomes the new who you are, and you allow yourself to change and raise in response to that. Um, and so follow these videos, because I'm going to start. That's what we're going to do, is get heart coherent and train ourselves to stay there. I want to tell you a little bit of a story about what I've been going through the last number of weeks with my dad and family, and just what's happened with his blood sugar going crazy. At the height of this, his blood sugar was 1,077. It's total mess, organ failure, like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And it was right at the start of this corona thing, right when they're starting to be like, oh, this is serious, and we're going to shut things down. And the hospital he was in got closed, so we couldn't go see him. Like, all of these things happened at the same time, and it kind of threw me sideways. I'm not going to lie. It's been a big deal. We're trying to figure out what to do for my mom, because she's now at the house alone and she can't take care of herself, and we're trying to figure out what to do for my dad, and he's in rehab now, and there's still issues going on. But one of the things that I noticed happened in all of this is the reconnection to family members has blown my mind. I'm talking to family members that I've never spoken to before, that I didn't even know knew who I was, out of the woodwork. And it's so cool. My Uncle Gene is my dad's twin. I've never spoken to this man before. And all of a sudden, pretty much daily, I'm listening to him giggle on the phone. Like, he just sits there giggling about things. It's hysterical to me. And it's so cool, right? My cousin Lisa Joe, I didn't know I could talk to her. I don't know. It's so weird. I'm just like, this is the craziest thing. And I think that's the way this whole new era that we're being ushered into, this new world that we're walking into, is going to work. Things that you thought you couldn't do, all of a sudden you can. People who weren't connected, all of a sudden are. Things that you thought were going wrong, things that you thought were falling apart, somehow are just falling together and creating wholeness, creating health, creating peace. And it's actually quite magnificent. It's quite amazing. And I've been seeing that with quite a few different things, a lot of different people saying the same kind of things. One of the things, and I'm trying to think of what this is called. Let me see if I can find this on here real quick. That's on my other computer. The Law of One. I was listening to David Wilcock talk about this today, and I'm going to try and drop his link to a live that he did the other day below this. And it was just super interesting. A lot of conspiracy stuff, so if you're not into that, don't watch it. But if you're interested in this Law of One idea, kind of start at maybe about the second hour. It's a very long live, but it was very interesting. And this Law of One, basically, part of it states that when you give love, when you show love, when you put your love out there, in this period of time, because we have shifted periods of time, we are no longer under the old, whatever that was. We are now, and some people say it's the age of Aquarius, it's a new age, and that's the label for it. And there's other different ways it's labeled, but in this new period of time, things work differently. In this new period of time, because of things that have been done, all the evil things, if you want to call them evil, that have gone on, have stacked up so big that all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's now shifting, and the vibration of love is getting higher and higher. And the more you vibrate at love, this bigger feeling of love, it actually multiplies faster. In this period of time, however that's working, whatever the universe is doing, whatever God's doing, whatever the planet's doing, everything is multiplying exponentially faster than it used to. And it's like it's our turn or something. I don't even know how else to say this. And he kind of said it the same way. It just multiplies. So when you put love out there, it's going to multiply quicker just by you sitting there pumping love into the field. So know that your work isn't going unnoticed. It isn't going nowhere. It's actually going to multiply and come back to you. So keep doing the work that you're doing. Get heart-centered and heart coherent. So we're going to go into heart coherence now by using breath. It's a big inhale in, expand at the rib cage, and then a nice long deep exhale. Blowing it out your mouth. A big inhale. Open up that rib cage. Give your heart some room. Nice long deep exhale. Big inhale. And I want you to pull the oxygen all the way up to the top of your head. And then on your exhale, try and notice the oxygen moving down around you through your body, kind of in a swirling pattern. As you inhale, you're bringing all that oxygen, starting to generate energy. Your body is a generator, so as you're inhaling, let it generate the energy. Straighten your spine out. Pull the oxygen all the way to the top of your head, and as you exhale, you're just letting that oxygen and energy move down and around you. Inhale, open that up again, bring all the oxygen and energy up into your system. Imagine white light if you want to, and as you're exhaling, you're letting that move down through you. Place your hands on your heart, and then draw all of your awareness from your brain. Draw all of your awareness right into your heart space. And I'm sending a transmission of divine love, divine energy into this. All of your awareness in the center of your heart. And I want you to feel gratitude. Recognize you're in the now moment. You're in a moment where there's satisfaction, there's calmness, there's peace. Keep your awareness focused into your heart space. And just allow this energy to flow to you. This is divine love, unconditional love, divine peace. And take a nice deep breath. And when you open your eyes, don't let go of this feeling. This is the key to all of this. Is when you do a meditation and you get up and go back into your world, don't lose the feeling of your meditation. This is the same thing. When you get up and walk away, don't lose this feeling. Stay in this feeling. Practice this all day today. Come back tomorrow or this evening even. I'll probably be back in here with a new video, and we're going to take this a few steps further. I bless you. I hope this helps. Please comment below, share, like, send this around. If it helped you, it'll help somebody else too. I thank you for being here.